Gary Adams. I'm 18 years old. I'm sponsored by Two Hip, Odyssey, Flatland Fuel, and that's it.
I'm Scott O'Brien, New Orleans, Louisiana, 28 years old, married, 2 kids, 2 jobs. They call me Sensei.
My name is Mickey Gaitis. Been riding for about 5.5, going on maybe 6 years, about 19 years old. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Gary Matthews, 19 years old, been riding about 2 years now.
Name is Eugene Collins, just made 25 today. Been riding about 10 years. Started riding when I was 15. I hooked up with Mickey when I started riding, got into it watching the movie Rad, believe it or not, 10 years after it was made. That video kind of sparked a little interest in me, and after that video, we got into it after we saw like Dark 7 and Dark 6, and after that it was on from there on out, man. And me and Mickey was looking for a sponsor. We were calling around, calling different bike shops, and we called Bike Zone, and they told us they had a rider. And we got his phone number, called him up, went out there, rode with him, and little Terry was like, "Man, y'all are awesome, man." Terry couldn't do nothing, though. And like 2 weeks, we went back up there, and Terry was floating, man. That's my little prodigy. That's my son.
I'm a fireman. I put out fires for a living, and I save people's lives, like Mickey's, when his car caught on fire one day, and I was working, and 2 o'clock in the morning, pulled up, his car was on fire at the gas station, couldn't believe it was him. We get a call at 2 in the morning, he'd pull up, and there's Mickey standing by his car, it's on fire, and he's standing there with a white t-shirt on, it's like totally black, and he's like dazed. I thought he was hurt or something at first. I was kind of worried. It's hard. It really is. Sometimes it's like I'll be sitting there changing a diaper, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to ride in like 3 hours from now, and I got my hands in diapers. So it's like I have to separate the worlds, the two different worlds a little bit. You know, family, job man from Flatland man. I don't mix the two. My wife's 100% supportive. I couldn't do it without her. I would not be able to ride without her. She watches the baby while I go ride, and she's behind me 100%, so there's no way I could ride without her. And she helps me balance it, and so it just kind of made it a part of our life. It's you know, it's in my life, it's part of my life, and every chance I get, I go ride.
When we started out riding, the way we would watch videos, I mean, I don't know if everybody watches videos and do this, but like if we seen somebody and came across somebody who really wasn't going off, because you know they have people who get into it just because it looks like the cool thing to do, or you know everybody's doing it. But with us, it's like, you know, we have to be original. We have to, you know, we have to blow people's mind, because that's what it's all about. You know, we got into it. We was all sitting in a room screaming and howling, bruh. You know, and I can remember that day like it was yesterday, you know. So it's like, that's what Flatland is all about to me. You know, that's my way to make, if I can, give somebody the heightened emotion that I felt when I first started riding, you know. Pretty much, life is still complicated with, you know, trying to juggle working full time and still riding, but I'm still going at it. I don't see no end to it, you know, and no point in time soon. I don't see an end to it, period, you know. So I'll be an old man going bald, still riding, bro.
I love riding at night when nothing else is going on. You know, it's like I'm out there by myself. Especially, I like to ride in the tennis courts with gates around me. I feel like there's nothing, I'm the only one inside of there. There's nothing going on outside. And when I'm riding and at nighttime, it's just that whole vibe. I just love the vibe.
Mickey and I we have some good nights, good sessions. Mickey, I'm sitting in this chair right now because of Mickey. He pushed me so hard. Mickey's a big influence on my riding. He pushed me to be original and to go further, and showed me how to like actually session Like he showed me how to do it. Like, 'cause before riding wasn't that way. Like, you didn't go session, practice, or ride for, 2-3 hours. It was like totally different. And like riding with him showed me like how to session. I've never seen anybody ride harder than Mickey Gattos. Never. He pushes himself to a limit. It's incredible. Like, I'll see him try a link for, I don't know, an hour, and if he doesn't get it, like, he won't even stop to get a drink of water until he finishes it. He will not go inside until he finishes a link. It's incredible to watch. Dude's got skills and props, man. He's a badass rider.
I respect Terry. He puts his heart into riding. The coverage he gets, I feel he deserves it. Maybe even a little bit more sometimes. But seeing him in the magazines, does me good, does everybody good. It's an inspiration.
When I was like 15, I started sending videos out, and I wasn't really all that great, so not a lot of people called me back, and Ron was one of the people that called me back, and ever since I've been with him.
In my opinion, I think Terry Adams is a savant, man. I'll never forget the time I went out there practicing hitchhikers, the free squeeze, and went home. And I talked to this guy, Norman, that spent the night with him. And they stayed up watching videos and went to sleep about 12 o'clock. Norman woke up about 2 o'clock and said Terry was outside practicing hitchhikers, dog. That's how determined this dude was to ride. Well, if somebody was to come in through to New Orleans, you guaranteed a good time. Everybody in South Riders crew, we real riders. We bout riding. I mean, it's like we ain't the kind of people that's going, turn you down or shun you or hate you, when we meet you or whatever. We don't do it to no riders, period. So it's gonna be, you're not gonna be with riders who not creative. You're gonna be with people who are gonna be pushing themselves as well as trying to push you at the same time. We want to not only see ourselves get better, but we want to see other riders progress as well.